morning or whatever it is to everyone, wherever you are. It is the day after Christmas. And I have the day off because the state recognizes it as a day, as Christmas Day. So, I have to work Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. And the weather's supposed to be a lot better up here. Right now it says it's about 22 degrees up here. And what did I do this weekend? Basically nothing. Because with minus 12 degrees, couldn't do much in here. Heater wasn't working, nothing was working. And when you did get warm in here, it was like for 5 seconds. So I had to rush through things. I got some stuff done when I dropped the cat off because if you haven't seen, Ari decided to flip out on me and attack me. This is where she put her eye tooth right through my hand. And I'm trying to explain to everybody, it's not the wrist. It's the palm part. Like right, when it meets the, it's weird. Because she put through the meat of my palm and everything. Then, trying to break free from her, she got me here. Between the mouth and the claws. But some wackadoos on here see this and they think other things. And that's what I want to talk about, perception. How people perceive things, how people perceive you. How people don't realize what's going on because they don't want to ask the questions. They don't want to be annoying like I am. They don't want to be dealing with a terror. This Christmas and this holiday season has a stigma attached to it. And I tell you, wear your scars proud. Because all we are scars. Scars make us who we are. It either can weaken us or it can make us stronger. And I'm sitting here with scars from a cat because she's just lying on the couch sleeping. I'm trying to clean. Next thing I know, I'm being attacked. Being eaten alive. And she bites hard. And I can't go through this again because Shadow used to do that when he was starting to get senile. And I can't deal with that anymore. We thought she'd grow out of biting. She's only 2, little over 2, But it seems because I let her go next door, they let her do this. They don't tell her, no, it's bad. No, it's bad. They let her bite them. They let, And then it says something about how I was raised. And I thank those great aunts and uncles, the ones that, when I mean great, I mean like grand uncles and grand aunts. Who taught me right from wrong? Who taught me not to presume a lot of stuff? Not to be jealous, hateful, or envious of things. Because people who presume only see one thing and don't see the rest. They like to presume things, But the people who really need help, they think are all smiles and everything. There's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong. I know too many people, including me, who are hurting because someone didn't get the help they needed. Someone chose to leave this world. You don't think every day I cry missing my friend that passed? Because he chose, instead of fighting, to leave? I lost Spencer in 2017. And everyone thought he's going to move. He's going to, everyone thought he was in good spirits. He had me fooled. He literally did have me fooled. Because he knew how to play off my empathy. He knew how to, that's how close we were. Everyone says they get a first crush, they get crushes, they get first loves and everything, right? People keep asking me, is his death causing you not to move on? Is this causing you not to move on? Is your crushes not causing you to move on? That's perception. Yes, I have been abused. I have had people taken from me. I have been dumped, thrown away, things like that. And people think that I would do something like this, not seeing the other side of the story. Whereas people who you think there's nothing wrong are actually hurting inside. Sometimes they're the bully. Sometimes they're the person that doesn't know how to cry, doesn't know how to, because perception-wise, they'd have a smile on their face. Do you know a bunch of my friends are glad I do these videos? Because they know that I'm fine. There's, and one just came on and said, yeah, we know you vent and everything because that's how we know you're okay. My friends worry when they don't see me for a while. But then they don't rush to things because they're like, oh, maybe her mother has her going nuts. Or maybe her job has her going nuts. Let's give her a day. But we're still going to watch. Let's give her a day. If we don't see anything past 3 days, we start being naggy. We start finding out what's going on. With other people, it might not be 3 days to wait. You may have to go that first day and say, okay, something's wrong. Why are they not bubbly? Why are they not whatever? Right? But my good friends' perception of me, because they know who I am, and what I do, know when I'm upset, know when things are. One friend, after this happened, checked up on me. Another friend wanted to make sure I didn't get an infection or anything because of what she did. Because they knew it wasn't just this. They knew there was another side to the story. That's the problem with perception. Many of you don't have it. Because you're so into idol worshiping. You're so into changing history. You're so into canceling things. You're so into making it about yourself that you can't see what's around you. You're so stuck in your phones. I call you guys the Walking Dead because you miss the beauty of everything. You're dead inside. Do you know on my walks to work, I see wildlife. I see a hawk. I see beautiful things going on. Helicopters, things like that. And then I see people just heads down in the phones. And I'm like, do you even see me? They don't even see me because their perception is skewed. But I can tell who's an empath and not because they're using their other senses. But still, it is wrong to miss out on life by being in this thing. By being glued to this thing. People get mad at me because I'm not on my computer 24/7. It's all about perception. And then one of my friends asked me what I got for Christmas. My dad gave me a card. My sister gave me a gift card with a set of Chippendale mugs. And not the Chippendale chipmunks from Disney. That's all I got. Am I bitter? No. Am I expecting anything? No. Because I grew up when we didn't have enough. So we made what we had. We made things out of crafts. We crocheted. We did things. And we waited till it was on sale. Not this gimme, gimme, gimme. Not I need it now. I need it now. No. Not this mentality of have to have it now. No. I don't even have a friggin' Nintendo Switch. Okay? I still have an Atari. I read, even though I'm dyslexic. But I do read because there's other tools to help me read. And if you hear that noise in the background, that's the crazy cat. Who's biting her toenails. Because she got nothing better to do than bite her toenails and bite me up. But it's all about perception. Did you think I know who wished me a Merry Christmas? I know who does care. But there's another way to care too. Check on people. Don't perceive everything is okay. And you know this thing with technology that you guys love so much? On Facebook, Instagram, and many other of them, they have this little thing that has like a video camera. Since no one uses phones anymore, like I'm the only one that uses a telephone. Guys, I actually have a landline phone over there. You want to hear it? Look, see? It actually works. Listen, it's a landline. It works. It's a real phone, but no one called it. I got a few messages saying Merry Christmas, and I appreciated those more than gifts. I got a few that said Happy Yule. And I got a few messages about my little picture. Yes, that is real. That's me. That is me at my Christmas, before my terror of a sister was born. But then again, she did give me a wonderful niece who is found true love, and a nephew that I want to put through a brick wall because he has no filter. But that's the thing about perception. If you don't know what's going on in there, without asking, you're going to perceive either the worst, the best, or the craziest. And I'm half Italian, so always presume my family's crazy. That side is always, yeah, okay? My other half, we don't speak. No. Nothing in common. I do have my Irish side that's in Ireland that I would love to hug right now. I would love to be with right now. But according to the perception of the government, I can't go see them. Because you need 17 million different inoculations to go see people when you haven't even caught anything. And people look at you like, ooh, you're scary because you haven't. That's perception. People perceive me as a dumb blonde. Some people perceive me as an annoyance. I don't care. One of my friends even said, if you were allowed to speak your voice at work, you'd be fired. I was like, yeah, I would be. Because of what I see, know, and deal with. One of my other friends just agreed too. There are so many people who are not on the same page at work. There are so many people who think they can bully people and not get in trouble for it because they either know somebody or with somebody. I'm just looking at the cat right now, the way she's got a pipe cleaner in her mouth. But you understand what I mean, perception. Perceiving things because others perceive it differently than you. I'm dyslexic with dysgraphia, synesthesia, mirror touch synesthesia, and my perception is way off, but not in a bad way. Because my perception is the way it is, I see things all around. I see both sides of the coin, including the edges and the detail work. I see not 4 sides of a box, not 8 sides, but I see infinity, because you have to remember, a box is 3-dimensional. It has an outer, inner, a circumference, because you got the circumference of the box. It has corners. It has this. Just like the glass of water, or liquid, as we should say. Half full, half empty. I consider it drinkable, poisonous. It could be a gas, could be a solid, could be empty. The glass could be empty. Or Schrodinger's cat. 50-50 chance. The cat's alive. 50-50 chance the cat's dead. Pavlov's dogs. If you give people enough treats, dogs enough treats with a bell, they obey you. Goes for people too. Hence the candy at work. Right now, if you guys see me moving, it's because the cat lost its toy and it can't perceive where it put it. And she's making it hard for me to do things because it's not where she perceived it would be. It's not here. It's a different one. Okay? She's looking for the other one, but the problem is that the perception of it is she found this one, but she is looking for... Yeah, she lost it. Yeah, it's missing again. Yeah, I'm sorry. Look at this. See? Where is it? See? Oh! I have to be careful with her. The perception of it is she lost this one now too again. She's looking for this in the blue one. So now, let me flip this back. She does not know what to do because there is no blue one anymore. She has to now go and find it because the perception disappeared. And I know you're seeing everything here. And I wanted to put this on YouTube, but thank you to the cat. You know, but it might still go on YouTube because I don't care who perceives my place the way it is. Because if there were people that actually cared, they would be over here with the promises they kept to say, I'm going to help you. But it's all about perception. Same way like in relationships. It's all about perception when you first meet someone, first find someone, first care about someone. You see, I'm very blunt. And I had this discussion with my friend yesterday too. And we were talking about why no one can be honest with me when they like me. You know, why no one can just say it so I don't waste my time. You know, because maybe somebody else wants to be with me and I want to give them a fair chance. You know, but that's the thing, perception. So I said, well, how hard is it to say, you like me, yes or no? What's going on? Do you want this? What do you want? Are you this still? Or are you this? Like, I'm being censored right now here. That's the only bad thing about being live and everything. I have to be censored. Because my First Amendment rights, even though I'm allowed under the First Amendment rights to speak how I should speak, we have another perception problem, is cultural and verbal. Because the bots on here might not be set to U.S. standards, might be set to another country's moral standards. And that's where that's wrong too. But let's get back to dating. You know? I have not been with anyone dating-wise since 2016. Dating-wise. Not going to mention anything else. I'm just going to say dating-wise. You know why? Because right after that is when I lost Spencer. Because he was the only one fighting all the bullies from that last breakup. Because of perception. Because I was perceived as a waste, a problem, a nuisance, when I didn't even cause the breakup. And there are other witnesses that can prove it. But these people, don't want to see that other side. They want to see this side. They always keep not asking about this side. They only see this side. And their perception is off. And I had to fight. Then, during that, my mother was getting ill mentally, but no one saw it until recently when the pandemic hit. So think about this. Since 2017 to 2019-20, I had to fight people and prove to people that the perception was wrong of me. Even prior to that, because they like to drag my name through the mud, especially some conventions, because they don't want to be proven wrong that they did something wrong. And that's what happens when you deal with spoiled people, entitled people. They don't want to take account for their actions. They want to blame you, gaslight you, do things. And that's perception as well. And there are the gullible out there of you that will listen to that and not think for yourselves because, oh, it must be true because we've known them longer. We've known that. They're not showing you a full side of who they are. Some people get mad if you take away something that belongs to them. No human should belong to anyone. No human should be considered property. And I understand that fully because my mother considers me property, that no one is to take me from her. She has made it clear to a lot of people, and there are people who will vouch for that. But then there are a few that know it and are still scared of my mother. I'm not scared of my mother. I just can't fight a fight alone with people who allow this behavior. Because their perception is this way, not seeing the other side of it. So I end up being by myself, but the catch is this that makes people so pissed off. I can be alone and not be alone. I can go through the day and not be alone and feel lonely. I would love company, yes. But they can go home. And that scares people. Because when you can feel not alone while you're alone, they fear you. And that's where part of my problem is too. A lot of people fear me. But then my friend was also saying, maybe out of respect for your situation, a lot of these guys are not asking you. I made 2 confessions. I don't know if one read it, and if they did, I think they're upset with me. Another one read it, and we're very good friends. But here's the funny part. We're not acquaintances, but we're more than friends. But when I wanted to sit and talk, they're just as hyper as I am. And I just was like, I'll come back. But I didn't get a chance to because the place kicked us out before I could go back over when it was a little calmer over there. Because here's one thing about me, and I'll give this to you guys. I don't like crowds and I don't like being in places, but yet I go to conventions and people always say, why? Because I'm trying to break myself of the fear. I'm trying to break myself. And that's not one of my 2 fears, by the way, that if you saw my Facebook post, one of my friends said, yeah, you don't do well in crowds. I go into this mode where it's like, okay, today I am the reporter. Today I am the, right? Because I was taught you have to do your job. So I look at going to conventions as, okay, I'm going to do my job. If I can't do it, I'll go hide in a certain area. And since I know Javits Convention very well, I know where I can hide for 5 minutes and collect myself and get back to being right? The sociable person, with everyone, right? I can't do that at work. One of my friends says, you would never know. I was like, no, you would never know, because I learned how to deal with things. I learned how to get myself out of situations because I have nobody to get me out of them. Most people just keep putting me into those situations, causing more anxiety and stress. Hence my job. But trying to explain to them that I need 5 minutes to sit in a room, collect my thoughts, and go back, they don't like that idea. They can't understand the concept of that. One of my friends said, yeah, there's been times we had to... Part of it's my dyslexia. Part of it is my upbringing of abuse. Part of it is other abuse. But the difference is I didn't let it take me over. If I did, I would not be going to conventions. I would not be talking to you guys like this. I would not be doing things that's what throws people off. They can't understand. Even when I got evaluated again for my dyslexia, they were like, you know the tricks in the trade. You know how to... We need people like you to teach people. And I say, I try. But you get those people who just knock my videos out. Just like say, it's not possible, because they're not ready to change. They don't want to change. Trust me. I live with people who don't want to change. Who only want to stay in the past. I relate the past to remind people that get out of the past. Remember what you did to me? And you wonder why I don't talk to you? And you wonder why I'm the way I am? That's why I relate the past and revisit it. And my friend says, yep. Now that people see I'm on, the perception is, okay, what's wrong with her? What's going on? I'm posing a challenge out there for all of you. Change your perception. And what I mean by this is, take it slow, but change your perception. Look at your friends, look at your others, look at the world around you. Stop denying things. Perception. Maybe that person at work who you think is a scatterbrain, no good, that talks too much and you make fun of, might be the best friend you could have, because your other friends behind your back are belittling you. But you're doing the same thing to them, so I think to each his own then. But my other challenge is this. And this goes for Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and anything else. To my bullies and haters out there. Doesn't matter what you do to me. I just feel sorry for you. And I forgive you. Because you are not ready to see with the other set of eyes. Your perception is off because of something that might have happened at home, or you didn't get your way. And that's okay. 3-year-olds do that a lot. But they eventually grow up. As for the guys in my life, speak to me. Talk to me. That goes for everyone on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube. Ask me. It took me to have courage to confess to 2 people. And I got my answer. I was more upset not getting an answer than the answer I got. Because when you answer somebody, they can move on and move forward. I didn't care if I lost people or became closer, you know what I mean, as family. But I got an answer. And that's what part of the problem is with perception. No one answers anybody's questions. No one gives anyone the straight answer. Stop sugarcoating. I'm blunt as hell. If I was allowed in certain places to open my mouth, I'd probably have no job, no family, no nothing. But it's a good thing. Because then I know the people who didn't care about me. The people who were using me. The people who were afraid of the truth. Because they always say the truth shall set you free. And if you fear the truth, what did you do wrong? Because no one should fear the truth. Truth is the best thing. A lie could hurt more than anything. The only reason a lie should be told is to protect somebody. With good reason. The truth is what you want. Because there's truth in perception. There's truth in things around you. But if you all just want to keep lying to yourselves, staying like the Walking Dead and stuff, what did you do this Christmas, this holiday season? If you're hurting, tell people. Do you think I'm not hurting at the fact of things? You see me with a tear dropping down because I'm thinking of Spencer and I'm thinking of other friends that have done the same thing and taken their lives because there was nobody. It took me a long time to say it wasn't my fault for not getting on a plane to go to Kentucky and, I had circumstances that I could not do, that they understood, but I presumed with my perception that he had friends that actually cared, that saw things, and I kept saying to everybody, watch him, I can't get to him yet. Oh, he's fine, he's fine, he's fine. No. Heed a warning. I said the same thing about someone else that recently just passed. Out of respect, I'm not saying who. I kept telling people something doesn't seem right. I've been down this road with someone. Something doesn't seem right. You know what they told me? It's fine. It's fine. He's happy. He's whatever. And the world lost somebody. Because people only see what they want to see. They see only the outside show. Maybe me as an empath, maybe because I've been through it, I knew the signs and thought maybe I could help someone this time. But it is the perception of others when they perceive you as nothing. Just an annoying pest who has an opinion about things. Just a bothersome person at work who talks a lot, complains about their mother, their father, their parents, Maybe because they're asking for help. Maybe they're asking for someone to listen. I threw away a lot of baggage from people who wouldn't listen to me. And they're pissed right now. Even the universe gave me a test. Because someone called to apologize. But it was a half-assed apology. They went back, they thought it was going to be the same. No. No, it's not. I moved forward. Well, everyone stayed in the past. But if you look at my family's perception of me, they still think I'm a scatterbrain no good who has a collection of baby toys. I did not know books were babyish. I did not know movies were babyish. I did not know being a writer was babyish. Or my friends who are voice actors were doing things that are babyish, that I'm helping to promote them and supporting them. That's babyish. Yeah, okay. And those of you that are sports fanatics are babies. Those of you that are soap opera fanatics are babies. Those of you that are idol worshippers, well, if you believe in a certain book, because there's not only one religion, there's multiple religions, and they warn about idols. Let's see what happens. So am I bitter this Christmas because I wrote things like this? No, not bitter. I'm just tired of everyone's perception of me being so skewed because they're listening to others and not asking me. I want someone to stand up and say, You know what? I know her and I care about her. Because she's right. I want someone to finally tell the truth. So I can be seen the correct way. But that ain't going to happen. Because the damage is already done. So this new year, in a few days, will things change? For me, yeah. Because I'm going to make sure going forward, I still don't forget the past, but I am not going to repeat it. I'm starting to get my strength back. I'm starting to get my life back. And if it means I have to work from home because of the perception of others who feel that I need to learn a second language, even though I can't, who feel I'm the wrong heritage for their job, or they could pay someone less than me, that's okay. The universe has my back. You can't control everything. My mother tries to control everything, and it backfires. So that is why I'm giving this to the universe. I am giving what I cannot handle to the universe, but I do ask in return that anything that was taken from me, stolen from me, used against me, misused, lied about, anything that was unjust or I sacrificed and I do deserve will come back to me. Because if I'm not meant to have it, then the universe knows I'm not meant to have it. But those things that are mine, that were, like I said, taken, used against everything, they'll come back. Just like the lies people tell, and I find out. Just like the change that's going to happen at my job. Many are not going to like it, but I'm used to it. Because everyone's, oh, get used to it. No, you guys are not used to change. I'm used to change. I'm used to chaos. I'm a Scorpio. Come on. I live in darkness. And I got a side that no one, unless you're my close friends, have seen. Because you think I'm like this now? Come hang out with me. I had fun this Christmas, though, talking about Santa on NORAD with my friend, and missing the fact that I wish I could have done it on YouTube because it was the best one ever. But because of my situation, I couldn't. Because I don't have the help in here. Because everyone perceives I can do this all by myself. And you know what? I've proven people wrong, and I've proven them that I can do things. Don't underestimate me. That's the problem with perception. You guys perceive too much on me. Oh, the helicopter's coming. I know things. I have to go see what that is. But I will talk to you guys later, alright? And that's my cue to get out of here, right? Bye, guys, and enjoy. And remember, New Year's is coming. What are you going to perceive?